Hello there, welcome to episode 15 of Let's Play 3 Random PC Engine games. I've not done one of these for a couple of months, I don't think, and the concept of it, if you didn't know, was that I play 3 PC Engine games chosen at random using the Wheel of Names. In each episode, I play each game for roughly 10 minutes or a credit, whichever lasts the least amount of time, just to get a flavour for what they're like. So let's spin the wheel and find out what I'm going to be playing first this time around. And first up this time, it's going to be Time Cruise 2. Might seem a little bit odd to play Time Cruise 2 before Time Cruise 1, but that's the way randomness works. This is, I believe, a pinball game. Let's load it up and find out. So there you go, the title screen or title introduction there said Face Presents. So I guess Face is the company that made the game. Time Cruise 2. I guess there's a 2 in there somewhere. Oh yeah, I see it sort of in shadow. So we've got a few options there. It was made in 1991. You can see from the copyright information at the bottom there by Face. We've got the option of options, so let's take a look at those. Okay, lots of stuff to do with the music, whether you want sound effects on or off. Pad select, let's take a look at that. Give you an idea what the controls are. So one pad, you've got left flipper is the left directional pad. Right flipper is the right hand button, which is button number 1, and then you've also got the options of nudging to the left and right, and also shooting, which I guess is firing the ball when it comes out of the pinball thing, the plunger thing at the beginning. But what is this? 3 pad option. So if you want to play the game with 3 pads, why would you want to do that? You've got the shooter and the right flipper and the nudging on one pad. You've got extra ball chance stage on another pad, and nudging to the right and the left flipper on another. Why would you want to do that? That's way too complicated. Let's get on and play the game, shall we? It's gone back to the title screen. I don't need to practice. I don't need to see the other options. They're mainly about testing the music and things like that. So here we go. Here is the playfield. For some reason, oh, I must have pressed pause by mistake there, which is also the run button. Okay, so my ball is in the little plunger thing, pushed down on the D-pad, and up it goes, and oh, it's gone into, oh, there's more than one playfield. There's one on the right that it's gone into. So, pinball games on consoles. There are some good ones. I don't know what you feel about them, let me know in the video comments. I generally quite like them. It's not the same feel as playing a real pinball machine, but they do generally tend to get to do things in the game that you can't possibly do on a real pinball machine, like have 2 adjacent playfields, as you've just seen. The graphics and effects are usually more dramatic. You've got, you know, fireworks and explosions and things like that. Oh dear, that just went straight down the hole. Fireworks and explosions and things like that can go off in some games. Lots more animation, so there are pros and cons to them. They don't feel like playing a real pinball machine, but they're usually quite fun nonetheless. There's a lot going on in this. Nice graphics, lots of bricks for some reason. That's followed a very similar sequence to last time. But this hasn't. Oh, okay, so we've got a left-hand playfield as well. There sure is a lot going on here in this. For someone who's never played it before, which is me, by the way. Well, that's stuck. Oh no, it's not. I'd need to nudge then, wouldn't I? I haven't tried nudging yet. Let's just try that. Okay, yeah, so you've got the potential of just nudging the ball in a direction you want to if you're smart enough to do it. I'm just concentrating on trying to keep the ball in play at the moment. Oh, I hit something there. So you can see there's lots of multipliers, there's lots of effects that you can activate if you hit them, just like a real pinball machine. It's a bit of a shame the background colour is just all like wood and brown and bricks and stuff. That's a bit of a strange choice. I would have liked to see something a bit more futuristic looking. But there's lots of other things that are lit up, arrows and laser beams and things like that. So it's pretty nice, I suppose. Some nice music in the background as well. Sound effects are pretty straightforward, as you'd expect. There's not only so much you can do in a pinball game. There are quite a few pinball games on the PC Engine. I don't think I've played any of them yet in this series, not that I remember anyway. But yeah, maybe I did actually, I can't remember. I've been doing this for a couple of years now. You can remind me, or I could go back and look myself later, which I'm probably not going to do. But yeah, this one, I don't know whether it's considered one of the better ones or not. I know there's one called Devil's Crush or Devil Crash or something like that. I think that's meant to be the best one. It's got a lot of biomechanical H.R. Geiger style to it, and I think that's considered to be one of the best ones. I think that was also on the Mega Drive. But this one seems alright. After losing my first ball really quickly, it now almost feels like it's quite hard to lose your ball because of how many different places the ball can go before it goes down the bottom, which is where it would go if it fell down here. It really activated a whole lot yet. Some things on the right and left hand side, there you go, they're lit up now. It's dropped back into the plunger hole. What are the odds of that happening in a real pinball game? Pretty much none. Keeps going up in the sort of behind the playfield there, and then not really doing much. Not much more I can say about a pinball game, is there? It's pinball. The movement of the ball is a bit erratic, I would say. It doesn't feel that fluid, and the playfield is just not really realistic for a real pinball machine. But you know, we'll let that go because computer games are the realms of fantasy after all. Nice little juggle of the ball on the two flippers there. There are lots of flippers. But yeah, the pace of the game is quite slow, and you do just seem to whack it against random objects and the walls quite a lot. So don't think it's amazing. Oh, hang on a second, something's happened. I'm in the bonus chance stage. 540 years ago, did that say? I don't know what the aim of this is, but the layout's changed. Oh, there's treasure boxes with crabs in. So I'm under the sea somehow. I guess it's just do as much as you can until you lose the ball back down the hole there. But finally something happened that was, I was about to say it's a bit boring, and then this happened, so that's added something to it. Don't really know what. I keep hitting a crab in a box. It's clearly some swords to light up, which I've managed to do all but one of, change them all from green to red. Oh, and now it's dropped down the middle, and I guess that's over. But I got a load of bonus points. And my score is now 767,000, and I'm still only on my second ball. Yeah, so I mean, there's obviously lots to do if you get into it and you know what you're doing, or you read the instructions, which I don't have because I'm playing off an SD card. But yeah, so it's pretty good. It's not a bad pinball game. I don't know how much more of it I need to play to show it, but there's obviously lots of things you can do. If you manage to light all these things up, you're going to get more points. Oh, that's dropped down the middle, so onto the last ball. So maybe I will see it through to the end, depending on how long this lasts. But I'm not unimpressed by it, but I'm also not super impressed by it. You know, if I'd picked up the Who card, assuming it's on a Who card, it will be because I'm playing it off this SD card thing. If I'd picked it up for like a £5, which is impossible these days, but it might have been possible about 10 or 15 years ago, then I might have been quite pleasantly satisfied by it for a short amount of time. But I don't think it's one I would have kept for a long amount of time either. As I said, it's going to depend on what your feelings are about pinball games on consoles and computers. There are a few good ones, there are a few that are just like, they're alright to play for a little bit, but you're not going to go back to them. This is purely just going to be a high score challenge type game, and progression, I suppose, if eventually you get to a different level. I don't know if that happens, because as you might have already heard, I've never played it before. So yeah, I'm just hitting, oh no, that's gone down there, and it says service. Oh, I've got another ball, it seems. I don't know why. Must have won an extra ball somewhere along the way, or maybe you get 4 anyway, I don't know. So there's some things you can light up that say rescue, but you've got to hit the, obviously got to hit the ball right to get them all. So lots of features that you would expect to get in pinball machines, but I'm kind of getting bored of playing it now. See how much longer I can last for. Hitting it up inside that thing just is annoying. It doesn't seem to get any points or anything while it's up there. Lots of things like multipliers and oh, it's gone again. Bigger. I think that's over now, yeah. I got nearly 1,000,000 points on my first ever go, so I guess that's alright. All those things there with like multipliers and numbers on, none of that ever lit up, so I clearly didn't activate those. So, oh, okay, so it's also got a match feature, it would seem, which I don't really want, but I'll press it anyway. You've got to match the number, much like you get on real pinball machines, and I didn't, so there you go. No extra ball, and the game is over. So yeah, not a bad start to this episode. It wasn't terrible, but I'm not sure how much fun it is for you guys to actually watch. But I got my name in the high score table on my first ever go, so yay me. On that note, let's spin the wheel and find out what game I'm going to be playing next. Right then, next up I'm going to be playing a game that I have played before. In fact, I used to own it. It's Bloody Wolf. This is a run and gun game. It's not a arcade conversion as far as I know. I think it's an original game. You can see the title screen coming up here, presented by NEC. Oh no, it's copyright Data East though, so maybe it was an arcade game? I'm not sure. I don't think it was. So anyway, here you can see this is a run and gun commando style game. We've only got the one option, which is to press the run button, so I should probably do that. So you get to select a player. I assume it supports 2 players if you've got a friend and a multi-tap. Let's just go with this guy who looks a bit like Arnie with the Rambo headband. So you've got to give him a code name, so let's give him the code name of Arnie. Why not? Your mission is to rescue the president who has been kidnapped by the enemy. Brilliant. Another original plot there. Let's get on with it. Okay, so it's a scrolling run and gun game. I'm moving with the D-pad. The number 2 button fires my weapon. The number 1 button makes me jump. You don't tend to get jump in run and gun games very often. Can I shoot that barrel? Seemingly not. Oh, you can blow it up though. Can I blow that one up? You can. Okay, so I've got to grips with the controls. So oddly, it's kind of left to right scrolling rather than vertical, which again is unusual for run and gun games. Although there are plenty of run and gun games that do horizontally scroll, but they don't have a kind of top-down view. Although this is kind of more like a... There we go. Got a shotgun. This is actually more like a scrolling beat-em-up perspective with the slightly isometric. So you can just go and pick this guy up. Thank you, he says. There are many hostages. Arnie, okay. Yeah, so I said I had this before. I did. I barely played it and then I sold it. I probably switched it on, made sure it worked, put it in my collection of Who cards, and oh, the shotgun gives you 5-way fire, not your typical shotgun. Oh, I got hit by a... Oh, you can climb things as well. So yeah, I barely played it. I don't remember any of this stuff. Yeah, okay. The key is in my pocket. You can use it, Arnie. Thanks. Arnie was well named. He's a man of few words in this thing so far. Yeah, the shotgun is a powerful weapon. More powerful than your average shotgun, that's for sure. Whoa! Is that actually... I need to count this, even though I'm going to waste one. I think that's 9-way fire? Or 7? I don't know, but... No, I can't go in there. Yeah, so... That was surprising. There's some very bloody animations when they die, I've just noticed. Look at, like, with the blood pouring out of his chest and then his arms up in the air. Okay. What have we got here? What's this do here? Muscle emphasis tablets. Wow. That's up to my life. Can I ride this? Oh my god, I can. I can ride the motorbike, which is terrible. It's really terrible. Look at that when it's going up and down. It looks awful. So can I ride that out of the thing? I can. Well, this is a development. It's something different, that's for sure. You don't get to ride a motorbike in many run and gun games either. I'm not sure how much use it's going to be. It's really terribly animated. What's happening now? It stopped. Oh, okay. Well, that was a bit unfortunate. The motorbike blew up and killed me. And that's game over? Okay. That didn't go particularly well, did it? I've gone right back to the beginning. I was not expecting that. That was awful. Oh dear. I don't think I want the motorbike in future. How are you supposed to get off it if it's going to blow up? Yeah. Many hostages, okay. Let's go back and try again. Now usually I just play for 1 credit, but I feel a bit hard done by there. Given that I didn't know the motorbike was going to blow up and kill me. So it looks like there's a motorbike I could get on there as well, but I'm not going to. Because actually riding the motorbike looks terrible as well, so I don't want any part of that. No, can't go in there. I think that was the same case last time as well. Yeah, so you can actually shoot the people off the motorbikes and ride the motorbikes. But no thanks, I'll just stick to walking, I think. So, yeah, got my muscle emphasis tablets, or strength, as you might prefer. Graphically, not too bad. As I said, the animation when you're riding the bike is awful. The animation of your guy running around is slightly comical with how fast his legs are moving, but the movement's alright. The background graphics are pretty drab, to be perfectly honest, but then you'd expect that because you're in a war zone, so we'll forgive that. You can't jump and shoot. You've got to wait for him to jump off here, I think. You have got a knife as well, I've noticed, which I think is for close quarters combat. Ooh. Got confused about who was who then. Ooh. Getting my life drained, and I'm not going to get much further if I'm not careful. They're quite hard to get sometimes, some of these guys. Can I get... No. Oh, there's another motorbike guy riding around annoyingly. I jump out from all kinds of places. Can I go in here? No. Sound effects are just shooting explosions. Music's alright, it's pretty good. Sort of combat game music, it's pretty reasonable. Could do with some grenades here, couldn't I? Oh, I can jump over this though, can't I? I forgot. Can I get in there? No. Ooh, grenades. It's a bit strange because you've got this weird perspective and the ability to jump. And getting the right angle for shooting enemies can be a bit tricky at times. Can I go in there? I can. Oh, this looks like a boss. Shotgun man, are you making all that racket? So, I can't imagine this read like this in the Japanese version. Oh yeah, what of it? Shotgun man, ha! You'll make a nice target for this gun. I mean, this doesn't look too difficult to avoid. Just gotta be a little bit careful maybe. Shotgun man, hey, you guys, give me a hand. Oh, here comes some backup enemies. You see, this is the boss. Whoa, hang on a second. I can't shoot these guys. What am I supposed to do here? Jump over them? That means I've got to get closer to him, of course. This is annoying. Can you jump up there? No, I got shot and killed now. Okay, I'm going to hit the run button to continue. Oh, it hasn't sent me right back to the beginning, so let's give the boss another shot and then we'll call it a day. So I'm wondering if you've got to jump over these guys and then get closer to him. Yeah, that's exactly what you've got to do. But now you're so close to him that it's going to be really difficult to avoid his shots. Okay. Oh, what an annoying... Yeah, that is super annoying. And that's game over and I ain't playing that again. I don't know if I ever played it that far when I owned the Who card, but I can see why I didn't want to keep it if that was the case. Or maybe I just thought this isn't the kind of game for me. And it isn't. It isn't, to be honest. I disappointed you gave up. I disappointed you gave up your mission. I disappointed in this game. And with that, I'm going to move on to the third and final game of this episode and spin the wheel of names one last time. It's that time again where I say thank you to all my channel members, whose names you can see here in my Supporters Hall of Fame. If you're enjoying this video and would like to join these fine folks and support my efforts, why not become a member yourself? For a monthly fee starting from just 99p, you can get access to the special membership perks shown on screen, and more besides. If you're interested, then please click on the join button below this video for more information. The final game for this episode then is going to be Heavy Unit, which is a shooter, arcade conversion, I believe. I think it's a Taito game. I used to have this for the Mega Drive and it was incredibly difficult, so I sold it. Yeah, I thought it was a Taito game, 1989. Push the run button, seems to be the only option. Nice scrolling background, which presumably is going to be the background of the first level. Let's get on with it. So, side-scrolling shoot 'em up, R-Type-esque or whatever, Nemesis, Gradius. Probably more R-Type based on the pace of it. My only option currently is a laser, which is puny. There's a lot of skulls flying around, and I've lost a life already. This is what I remember about this game. It's hard. I'll probably be having a couple of goes of this just to try and make some progress. Oh, I shot something and it leaves loads of stuff behind. Okay, I've got an S. I assume that was speed, but it doesn't seem to be any faster. Oh, and I'd made exactly the same mistake as last time. Yeah, we're in memory test territory here, aren't we? So I'm already down to my final life. I don't think I've been playing for even 30 seconds yet. Look at all that junk it leaves behind. Okay, remember this. Go, there we go. I got further than the first two lives. Whoa, look at how much missiles that's firing. My firepower is pathetic. There's no... Oh, I say there's no auto fire, but there can be. Switch auto fire on the pad. Let's give this another go, because I've been playing for barely a minute. Continue. I may as well. I'm going to be right at the start either way. Well, that's interesting. What has happened here? It's put me on level 2. That's weird. Oh, and straight away I've lost another life. Oh dear. So the continue actually puts you on the following level. I've barely seen any of the first level. Okay, so I've got auto fire switched on my pad. Everything's very... Oh, there goes another life. Everything's very hard to kill. I'm going to go back to the first level if I get a chance. I'm shooting away at these things and literally those things at the bottom you can't be killed. Second level is like a fantasy theme. All of which is a bit of a surprise to me. I kind of assume... I'm going to go back to the game over and start from the beginning. I kind of assumed it was more of a space theme, but it seems to be more fantasy themed with all the skulls and stuff. Right, let's give this another go properly now. Nope, didn't kill that. Killed that, got no power-ups. Okay, something's going to come along here. That's going to swoop around me. Okay. So graphically, it's quite nice. So I say it's sort of a fantasy theme, but also some space, because here's just some things that... I'm going to go under there, haven't I? Oh. What are you supposed to do here? I've been killed again. Where's it going to send me? It's put me in round 2 again. This is so random. It's like if you die, you go up a level. If you die after getting to a certain point. for God's sake, the ship is so slow. And I think that first power-up I collected on the first level was speed, but it didn't make any difference. Okay, I've got a bit of weaponry now. And oh, I've turned into a robot. Classic Japanese action. I guess that's the heavy unit of the title, is that your ship can also turn into a robot. And this is a boss, so I completely... No, I'm scrolling past that. I completely failed in the first level. It's put me on the second level. I'm now making a little bit more progress. Here's some things that you shoot but can't destroy, so you've got to push them out the way. This is very, very strange. Like I said, I did have this on the Mega Drive and was awful at it and sold it without ever really giving it a proper go. And you can probably see why based on how difficult it is. It is notoriously difficult, this game. But actually I'm not doing too badly now. Here comes... This must be a boss, surely. The graphics are on this level are a bit basic. This is a weird boss. It kind of follows you around. Oh, here we go. It's a something. There's an S, which is hopefully speed. Don't seem to be going any faster. Can't... There's lots of things that you can't kill. There's a... Yeah, it's a very weird game. Oh, it scrolls up and down a little bit as well. Oops. This looks bad. I'm getting further than I thought I would, but... Yeah, it's a weird game. Bit more power there. Very flickery graphics. A lot of them on screen at times, and it's very flickery. This guy looks a bit like Santa now when you look, if you don't look too closely. Okay, this finally looks like a boss, and it looks just like a boss. The boss from the first level of R-Type 2. In fact, oh, that's a bit of a shame, because actually it's sending out tentacles that are more like the boss of the second level of R-Type 1. And I finally made some progress, and yeah. Let's give it one more go, because I haven't spent a huge amount of time on this. It's now put me on round 1-4. I don't know what to... Oh, okay. So it's level 1, but the second stage of it, I guess, or fourth stage of it in this case. So that was really weird how the first stage... Oh, God. You kind of died on it and got to the second stage without having seen it before, and it kind of just jumped from being indoors to like outside. That was a bit weird. Some of the backgrounds are nice. A lot of the ships are nicely animated and drawn, but they're very flickery. There's a lot to get your head around in a very quick amount of time. Lots of things bouncing around there. Got a bit of weaponry. I've got one life left. Let's just see how it goes, and then I'll call it a day on this. It's not a classic, I don't think. I think it's fair to say that. It's worth a go if you've not played this horizontal shooter and you want to try something a bit different. So yeah, it's kind of a mixture of two different R-Type bosses to my thoughts, this. And I've lasted longer against it than I did the first time. So, oh, but there comes out something firing out of it that's killed me. And I've still got one life left. It's going to send me back to the beginning of that sub-stage. Music is pretty decent. It all looks and sounds pretty good. You know, for a shoot 'em up of this era, I'm never going to get that power up, am I? I've got no chance, and I'm dead. And yeah, I've had enough, really. It's just too damn hard and kind of odd as well. So I'm going to leave it at that point. Let's just say game over to that and let it go through its title screen sequence while I say that'll do it for this episode of Let's Play 3 random PC Engine games. One pretty decent pinball game to start with, a very flaky run and gun game in Bloody Wolf following that, and a pretty flaky shoot 'em up as well in the form of Heavy Unit. So nothing I'll ever be playing again, I don't think, out of those three. If you've got any thoughts about the 3 games I've played, then please let me know in the video comments. And that will do it for this edition. There'll be another one coming up sometime in the future, whenever I can be bothered. So again, thanks very much for watching, and until the next video, see ya!